how do I say this? She gets a good handful of black nigga at.
Ooh, wow, damn.
Hi, mom. I'm recording a podcast. Oh, good. She gets the whole ass cheek, right? And on top of that, she like her fingers start curving around the nigga booty. So if you degrade black women, you are a fucking coon. All right, you disgust me. Hey. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. This is episode 3 of the 419ers because we are scammers to some degree, and we are also Nigerian. So I'm your initiator, Keaton, or to the American niggas, Keaton. We got homeboy David. Say what's up.
Yo, what it do?
We got Samuel.
Lads, Ski here.
And my boy Bammy.
What's up?
This guy took. All right, and today's episode is a long-awaited episode. It's on the subject of females, girls, women, femoids, whatever you would like to refer to them as. Fucking insane.
They said femoid.
Yeah, and this is take everything we say from disclaimer. Take everything we say from with a grain of salt. We are still teenage boys with a lot to learn. This is just from
or a mountain of it.
Pardon me.
Or a mountain of it.
Yeah. Well.
Ouch, bro.
But then again, this is just a compilation of our own experiences, understanding of the world as we see it, and like I said, take it with a grain of salt. And moving forward, you'll probably see us grow. So,
amen.
Yeah, I guess the first topic is talks about our milestones with women. You know.
Hey.
First time you felt love or whatever it is. First time you were in a relationship. First time you cared about someone. First time someone cared about you. First time you know
the vibes.
You know the vibes. David, we already discussed that you're going first, nigga. Sauce it.
All right. So where do we begin? It all started with a game of Mario Kart. So yeah, allow. All right. So. Little preface, all right. This one girl we knew, she was a family friend of mine, best friend for my older sister, like for a while. So basically, when we first met, we were all basically like toddlers. Like we hated each other back in the day, but it's like fast forward about like 10 years. Okay, we meet up again in the summer, and it's like, ooh, okay, hello, what's up? So I don't know, we start vibing again. So then a few more summers down the line. And it's like, I don't know, my sisters are off doing something else. So I got the Switch set up in my room, and I'm like, yo, you want to go play some Mario Kart? I don't know, you bored? You want to go? Let's go. So we're at it for like half an hour, and obviously I'm kicking her ass.
For half an hour.
Nah, bro, if I actually start.
You said we're at it for half an hour. That could be.
Why does that
bro? Can we continue?
Mario Kart and
All right. So, bro, allow me. So basically, all right. Like after like the fifth round, I'm said, yo, you might as well just quit. So then she starts giving me this type of look, and then it's like we just trade back and forth for a bit. And honestly. The next part, I don't really have like an explanation for you guys. I'm just gonna. All I know is that like fast forward, fuck it, bro. The lights were off. I don't know. The door was shut. Things were going a bit like wild. I had no idea what was happening. I was just happy to be there. it was going. It moved fast, and so basically, I was just there, and then obviously we're getting it on for a bit, but then it turns out. So basically, my dad has this rule in the house where you're not allowed to lock your door. You're not allowed to have the key. So that comes and bites me in the ass because, like we in the middle of it, and then that's when my little sister comes walking in, to see like where we were. And yeah, that's no, it's cool.
Oh no!
You said you were fucking one of your little sister's friends?
No, older sister. Good God.
Okay.
Older. What's wrong with you?
I got confused. I forgot you had two sisters because I heard older sister at the beginning, then I heard little sister at the end, and I was like, something's not adding up, my nigga.
Jesus Christ,
I'm
bro!
not.
What the hell? You think I'm Epstein up in this?
We
That
can't be
brings
out.
up the question: how old were you guys when this happened?
There was the Nintendo
What?
Switch was out, so like this is
Bruh.
fairly recent when you think about it.
When he
Nah,
said
allow.
Mario Kart, I assumed Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah, but he said Nintendo Switch, so I was like,
Aha.
Bro,
Okay.
well, y'all bugging, honestly. Yo, okay, I was 16, she was 17. All right, allow.
Mm.
Oh, so that was like 7 years ago. Damn, you're old.
Fuck
This
off.
guy's like 24,
Fuck
man.
off.
Before the taxes. Way before the taxes.
I swear.
Nah, continue.
I'm tired. So yeah, like that just went on for like a while until basically our
Wait,
little
wait,
sister
wait,
busted.
wait, wait. What went on,
What?
bro?
Nah,
You're like,
cause
No,
I
let
told
him. He
I
wants,
what's this
told you,
obscure
he
thing
want to
called
keep
that?
he wants to keep it under wraps. Let him keep it. Let him keep it.
bro. It's real simple. Okay, look, it's real simple. All right, look, we started making out for a while. I lost track of time. That's when my little sister walked in because we don't lock doors, and I had to basically try and explain. Well, she didn't snitch, but like I had to basically. It was awkward for like the
She
next few
lost
days.
her
Like I had to
contact
explain to her, it's like,
lenses.
hey, look, nothing happened. Okay. So yeah. So basically, no, she will not let that go. Like that's going to be like over my head to my dying day. But basically, yeah. After that, me and that girl, we were like sort of like just kept it casual, like on and off for next few summers. And honestly, I have no idea what it is right now. We're just gonna leave that there.
All right.
Nice
Time
one,
for
Dave.
my story.
Big boy
Shut
Keaton.
up. Shut
Yeah.
up. All right.
This should be
This is
fun.
literally the only reason I want to have this episode. Okay. So, man like me, fam.
Don't know the thing. Come
So,
on.
man's
The
like me, right?
grimiest nigga on the
All right,
campus.
let's take this 2 years back, all right? If you're in my close circle, you automatically know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't question who it was. Don't try and find out who it was. So basically, I was talking to this thing, all right? Shorty, for reference, right? Like at that time, because I had a growth spurt, so like I'm 6'1", 6'2" actually, 6'2" now.
Oh wow, yeah, nice advertising.
Suck my dick. So yeah, I was 6'2", right? I mean, I'm 6'2" now, but back then I was 5'10", so like that's 2 years ago. I grew 4 inches in 2 years.
Nice.
And so like she was like 5'9", right? So we're basically like roughly the same height, right? To me, that bitch was an WNBA player, all right? Shorty was big. We had like our hands were roughly the same size, and if you niggas know how big my hands are, so
Yeah.
keep in hand size for reference, right?
Oh
So,
god.
we're at. I'm not gonna say what we was. I'm not gonna say what the event was. All we can say is just like it was a get together, right? And so Shorty and I, we were saucing up. We were like, doing our thing. Cause like cause we already pre-planned this. We were just like, yo, when you come over, or like when I go there, or like when we go outside, I'm like,
Why are we 5 years old?
huh? I was like
Why are
13
we
years
5
old.
yeed old? We all laughed when you said that.
So basically, right? Shorty. So we move to the. So like we're just saucing it up, and like everyone's distracted doing stuff, right? And then we slip into the bathroom, right? And then so men are like me, so we're macking, right? So we're macking, right? And like I'm a horny little teenager, so I don't know anything past making out. So all I'm doing is just like I'm grinding up on her and shit, right? So like I assume she didn't know what to do either, cause remember what I said about hands. So like bear in mind we're the same size, right, my nigga? We're the same size. So I tried picking her up.
The disrespect.
I tried picking her up, but remember we're the same size, so like her feet barely get off the ground. So it's like whatever, And like Shorty, she how do I say this? She gets a good handful of black nigga.
Ooh, wow, damn.
Hi, mom. I'm recording a podcast.
Oh god, no.
Is this a bit or did your mom really walk in?
Bruh, this ain't. God damn.
My guy
Luckiest nigga on
ruining
the
it.
This nigga in trouble.
Unluckiest nigga on this planet.
This nigga in trouble.
Transition there. It takes my concentration off. Yes. Yes, with respect. Bro, I swear to God, when it comes to this fucking house, I swear to fucking God, man.
Bro, I can't.
Bro,
Bro, she ruined the whole story, man.
Please leave this in. Please leave this in. I beg of you.
Bro.
This is legendary. This is legendary.
Back to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at her feet right outside my door.
Feet
She's
pics.
moving away now.
Her
My
shadow
mom
is
thought she
like-
just like she had her feet. Yeah, I could see her feet under the door. Okay, so back to what I'm saying, right? So like we're at the you know, Shorty is we're doing our thing, right? And
Yo.
Shorty gets a handful of black nigga booty.
Jeez, bro. She took control.
Remember what I said about the hand size, all right?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
so-
Mamma mia, because last time I checked, from my research, I don't remember seeing bitches getting a handful of black nigga booty. So
Respect.
Yo, she's doing it the interesting way around.
she's doing the interesting way. It was unorthodox. So I was taking it out of context. So you know me, I'm trying to reciprocate the energy. So I get a handful, you know, WNBA booty, right? So I got a handful of WNBA booty, right?
So he's bugging.
Yeah, so we're basically just, because bear in mind, I'm still a weak ass nigga, so we're like roughly the same strength. I'm slightly stronger though, because testosterone and being a male. So like, you know, we're just like violent, because it goes from like, you know, pleasure to like just straight fucking violently just, you know, getting a handful of ass, right? And bear in mind, her hands were
Trying to assert dominance.
bear in mind, like, her ass was bigger than mine, right? Estrogen, you know, females, right?
Bro, why are you bringing the chemicals into this?
But you'll understand why. And since her hands, our hands were like the same, since our hands were the same size, but my ass were smaller, she gets like, she gets the whole ass cheek, right? And on top of that, she like her fingers start curving around the nigga booty. So I'm like, yo. So
My guy's first anal experience.
because I'm just like, something's not correct.
Question mark.
It goes past the ass cheek and it starts entering
Niggas
the
started thinking
crevice.
Amazon.
Not
by
godly
mistake.
worship.
So like it goes past the ass cheek, right? Because she already got the full ass, right? And it goes to like the crevice, right?
Jesus.
It goes to the
peak
crevice,
of the
right?
mountain.
And I'm
My
like,
guy's about
because I exhale because it's just like, what do you do in that scenario?
Bro, does she think that you know?
Yo, he got caught like.
No, it's just like, yo. I had to take
My
a
boy
step
was
back.
was facing sodomization.
I was scared. Like that's why like anytime anything like if you're okay, I know that sounds weird, but like niggas are gay with each other. But like if my niggas know, like you ever like, you know, fucking just put anything near my ass, I just start like having violent PTSD. That's why I freak out. So it's like,
Jeez, bro.
so, like, I'm scarred, bro, because it's just like you don't just grab a handful of nigga booty. So it's like, yeah, so we just continue back and like, you know, it was like, it was mid tier, but like, you know, it's the best thing you can get as a horny teenager, and it's like, so yeah, that was my story. Minus my mom fucking shitting on my story.
God damn. Bro. God damn. That's crazy. That's just genuinely crazy. Like, wow.
Oh no. This nigga got caught out of his element. Bro, I'm sorry. Bro.
Bro, he thought that they were in the same playing field.
I thought it was an equivalent exchange. You know, I thought it was Full Metal Alchemist.
Bro, she would have had you in the Amazon position in a minute. Like, this is
Wait,
it's me.
what the fuck is the Amazon position?
you don't know?
Bro, we don't, bro. You need Jesus.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what you need. We don't need to know. You need to know Jesus.
Wait, hey, me, nigga.
Yes, you.
Dave,
Moving on. Bammy.
Yeah. My turn.
You know, like almost, bro, you know, like,
God.
No,
you know,
hear about-
in
hear
anime
about-
with the psychic is like, you guys, I got this, man.
I do not got
Hey, you move closer to the
Nice.
mic for me.
Sure.
No,
Yeah.
wait, yo, what happened?
Nah,
I've
you
not
don't have
had
to.
very fruitful experience with the opposite sex.
Bro, you sound like an incel. Don't worry. Just don't word it like that, bro.
Oh
You said
no!
I haven't had
Stop!
very
Stop!
full experience.
Hemorrhoids have deprived me of my.
Stop! Stop! God, make it stop!
I can't.
Oh
Some
no!
more insults.
Never.
Lord,
That's a
Lord
fate.
have
That's a
mercy.
fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Alright.
That
So this happened last year actually. So I'm
go off.
um same school, same classes.
Mm.
She's
It was destiny.
wait, what?
It was destiny, bro. It was fate. Keep going.
Okay.
Oh shit. Uh,
No, shut up, Kito. Shut
yo.
up. Shut up.
I'll
Shut up. Shut
censor
up.
it. I'll censor it. What
Shut
the
up.
fuck?
Shut up. Yeah. It was unfortunate destiny, but I kind of only Kito understands the context behind that, and I'm fine with I'm fine with it staying that way.
Kilo day.
Bro.
Bro, this episode
Yeah.
is so scuffed, but we're just gonna let it be. This is a casual episode. We're trying to take a break from all that racial shit and everything that's going on in the world. So we'll let it be.
Foreshadowing.
Stop, Samuel.
There was the flirting in class, the texting, the sexting,
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
all stuff I'd never experienced before. And somehow convinced her to kiss me, and
Hey.
like that was my first and only kiss. And not gonna lie, other than the fact that it was my first, it was quite shit.
No.
Yo,
It
yo,
was
why are we out here roasting these females, bro?
like
No.
to the point where I said, "Wait, come back. We need to redo this." That was
Mommy, no.
I can't, bro. How you gonna hold it? We need to redo that.
Bruh. Just lie. Just
The
lie.
first
You didn't
Uno.
have to do that.
no.
The first
Just
Uno.
lie.
The second time there was a bit less teeth the second time, so
Jesus.
at least that was it was interesting.
These are not the games we're playing.
But things did not end well with her, and that's a story I'd rather not go into
Bro, I'm gonna cry.
right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry. You deserved so much better, King.
Well, how the fuck am I supposed to come out after that? Jesus. What the fuck am
I mean, you
gonna
could
say?
come out after that, but
No. What am I gonna say? What's what? I'm gonna come out as a heterosexual male.
you killed.
Hey
the joke.
guys.
Keep it going.
Hey guys, I'm straight.
No,
Yeah,
keep it
this is my
going.
first time saying it.
Keep it going.
But I guess it's my turn. Cool. So I've been in a actual relationship, and the one before that was more of an online thing. But let's not get into that. That was just more of a mind fuck. Like you know when a girl is like, "Yo, I'm just like just nah," and it wasn't like an in your head kind of thing. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Shorty was fucking with your mindset. She was fucking with your, you know.
Mind games.
Basically, like if you guys have ever played Monopoly, do not pass go, do not collect 200. That was what was happening. But pretty much,
Damn.
Is that a metaphor?
So you were getting cucked, is what you were saying. That sounds like
So no
No,
one was
like,
giving, no
I'm
one
talking
was
about the
taking.
online relationship, the online relationship, the actual relationship.
In depth.
It will.
Funny
Yo,
story.
yo, the mic quality, bro. This episode's gonna be so bad. Yeah, bro. There's no.
Y'all want to
I'm not re-recording it. We're like 20 minutes in. I'll just have to heavily edit the beginning.
Y'all want to re-record this next week?
That's like, bro. Keep it
No,
going.
but
Bro.
let me continue. So I'll say the funny story about nudes. So that's be cool.
Hmm?
Yeah. So basically, I was chilling, vibing, and then like one of my boys was like, "Yo, do you remember that girl like from back in the day that was like low key thick?" I'm like, "Yeah." One of my boys has her nudes, and I'm like, "Okay." And then he's like, "I'm sending them to you," and I'm like, "Nah, it's calm." And then he's like, "Nah, I'm sending them to you, bro."
Wait, whoa, what?
Okay.
That's
I did not
violence.
consent
Can he-
to the
How are you?
receiving of
That's
this
unconsensually sending child pornography.
Bro,
I,
what?
I assume she's under the age of the majority. So
This nigga bugging.
Oh my
if you're
god.
under the
Well,
age
I
of
don't
18,
know.
it's
And
CP.
that's one thing most kids don't realize that soon as they turn 18, all those nudes on their
It's a
phone
crime.
can get them
It's
in prison.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
why
predicament.
I usually delete them after a year. Because at that point, it's like, why am I looking at news of someone younger than me? That's fucking.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking nasty.
Sketchy. But yeah, basically that happened. I saw them. I was like, oh, okay. And it was weird. Like I had gone to the point in my life where like that was such a person that was kind of like a sister. And it was like, nah, man. I just wasn't feeling it. And this was the same person that after like 2 years of Loki talking and Loki airing me, asked me if I should do their homework. So the fact that that same day
Oh, you're
that
getting
like
fucking cucked.
Bruh.
oh, bro. I did not like this girl. Just to be clear. So like, since I aired me for like 2-3 months, then came back recently. I was like, "Yo, can you do me a big favor? Could you do my homework?" And then this was around the time where like the whole iDub simp thing was happening. So I was like, "I'm not about to." I'm sorry. I'm not about
Pretty
to
cold
doing
and empty. No, but
that.
All
So I started talking to her, and that same day I got her news without asking. So life is crazy. Yeah.
Oh.
I can see clearly
I
when
will probably
you're
talk about
gone.
my actual relationship on a different episode or on my channel. Who knows? But
I don't. What's it called? I don't. I hope. Fuck, bro. I'm gonna have to heavily edit the beginning. All right, because it's it's so scuffed, and B, they're gonna see us in such a fucked up light. Anyways.
wait, no. They're gonna see you
What?
and
Yeah.
They're gonna
me in
see
a mess.
you in a
Yeah,
fucked up light too, because you're talking about
I
nudes, nigga.
Wait,
No,
I'm
but
so
then-
confused. What did we say? What did
I
I
know.
say
I'm just
wrong?
saying. I realized high key it's cringe. Anyways,
Okay, yeah, most
Did we
likely.
let's talk about niggas.
look, he
Huh?
was flaming, saying, "Oh, we're not talking about women. We're talking about girls."
Yeah.
Out for blood.
Yeah, Bo, why?
Ooh.
Bo, why?
I'm saying what's it called? I was having a conversation last night on FaceTime, with a friend. Right. That friend is she's sexually ambiguous. All right, because I don't want to drop her name and I don't want to drop her sexuality. So I'm on FaceTime with a friend. She's sexually ambiguous and she's talking about how, guys are shallow. And I'm like, okay, but you still fuck them. But that's besides the point. She's talking about guys are shallow and girls look for personality, and like she's also talking about like why girls are slut shamed. I feel like we can cover all of those points.
Facts.
I genuinely feel like we're both shallow. Both sides are shallow. But I do feel like to an extent girls are more shallow than guys.
That's debatable, but I do kind of see what you mean.
No, that's just how I see it. But
Honestly, like I've started judging it on a more person-to-person basis because, yeah, I mean, it's honestly something that both sides are kind of guilty of, man. It's a roll of the dice, really.
yeah,
Do you know how many people will be out here like judging girls on whether they are quote unquote well endowed?
But then again, you have to understand that society. I hate that word. Like it attributes a lot of a woman's value to her physical attributes.
We live in a society.
Suck my dick.
Wherein, oh,
What's it called? Like I was saying, like because a lot of the times, I know we all know beautiful people who don't contribute shit to society. You know what I mean?
Word.
We all know people who are literally just nice to look at. They're trophies.
Remember when
Oh.
a bunch of celebrities thought that they were doing the world a favor by singing "Imagine" by the Beatles, or
Yeah.
no, by John Lennon or whatever,
What?
because of COVID. Did you ever
When?
see that
Yeah, I
video?
just didn't know. I just didn't think it was that inspirational. Donate some fucking money. I didn't really. It's
It
like
came
the
off as
Blackout
so
Tuesday.
like
Oh, I
it
didn't know
was
this
so
happened.
superficial. Like it just felt so cringy. Like,
No,
oh
I
wow.
literally
It
didn't know
actually
this
felt so
happened. It's
meaningless.
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
That's
Yo,
actually.
I'm actually.
No,
That's,
wait. People are dying left and right. And then the first lyrics, imagine there's no heaven.
uh-oh.
Yeah, that's
It's
the worst
easy
thing.
if
Imagine
you
there's
tr-
no.
and I'm an atheist, but even I know that like
Ooh.
that's not the most
That's not a marketable
that's not gonna
strategy.
fly. Oh,
Yeah. But I do
it was
feel like.
very out of touch.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like it's everyone's fault that women are seen that way. Because you
Yep.
also forget that men are seen as the initiators. So have you ever heard a girl get rejected?
Well, like in
That
general.
is rare.
No, but I'm saying like, have you guys seen the state a girl is in when she gets rejected?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
hello.
No.
That's
It it really depends on what kind of girl that they are, because there are some girls that are like, I on to the next one.
nah,
And
but
then like that.
But most girls, like, you have to admit, like, because they're not the initiators, right? We're used to
Mm.
rejection being because we're the initiators. We go out to talk to girls. We go out to, we put ourselves out there, so we risk rejection. So we get more,
facts.
Say that again.
numb to that. What's it called?
Like
Rejection.
Sam, I hope you know those ones you're talking about are roadmen. Like they're hard. Man. That's different.
That's the fact, though. To be honest, like I'd say that the average female. Actually, no, I'm not going to think I know what the average female is. No, I'm not diving to that kind of ones.
I
Mm.
mean, I'm the only one in the Americas, so I feel like I can speak on what the average American female or North American female is like, in the sense that girls, they don't, bro, coping with rejection with girls, I feel like girls sense a form of entitlement when before a lot of them that I've spoken to, like, they have a form of they feel entitled because it's like they've graced you with their presence. Like, I like you, and you have the nerve to reject. You know what I mean? They have
I
this
see that. I see
superiority
that.
complex.
That does happen. That does happen.
Like,
Ooh, for
I'm not saying
real?
all girls are like that. I'm saying, like, on average, like, I know I've seen more cases of girls being like that than girls being like, oh, whatever.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
No, like in my
Uh-oh.
opinion, I feel like it's based on your maturity level. Personally, like
Girls mature
in
faster
all
than
honesty,
guys. That's
if you
true.
don't deep it that much, like if you're mature enough to be like, yo, it's not that big of a deal, then you will be on that. However, if you're too prideful just to be like, oh, okay, he didn't like me back, on to the next
What?
one, then I can understand why they would think that.
Well, yo,
So
wait.
I think it's just a pride thing.
Can I pause for a second? Yo, Key, I just want to catch you on something like you just said. Low key, that's something I've been thinking about a lot though. Because on the subject of girls maturing faster than guys, that's because that's the one thing you really got to differentiate. Like physically, yes, obviously, like you reach that adult stage faster. But bro, when you're
Mentally,
maturity, like the skill to know when to let certain arguments go, like knowing when to be the bigger person or apologize, stuff like that, bro. That's that you gotta learn that shit. That's not something that you just like grow into.
Yeah.
That's
No, but
not that
that's
kind of
something that
maturity.
everybody has to learn, though.
That's not that
Like
kind. Yeah, but I'm
everybody
just
has to
saying,
get to that
Bro,
level.
I
It's
got
not like,
blocked on Snapchat by this.
bro. There are some man children walking
Bro,
around
there are
now.
some
telling
fucking
you.
women children walking around. There's this girl I was talking to on Snapchat that what's it
Yeah.
called? I met don't worry about how I met her, but like I met her this shots, right? And this girl, like, bear in mind, we've only been talking for like a week or two at this time, and we wasn't even talking romantically. It was just like as friends. And this girl has the nerve to like start sending me voice messages and paragraphs about how I'm wrong about something I said like a good 15 minutes ago. And it's like you can't just address the point like a normal human being. Like, she's talking to me like she's my fucking wife, and like she's really just. I'm like, are you really gonna get mad over something someone you have never met said? Like, I can't. Yeah, you wouldn't survive in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. You just wouldn't. Like, I get back home on a fucking. It was because I had Modern Warfare 2 since I didn't buy any of the Call of Duties between Modern Warfare 2 all the way to Black Ops 2. So I had Modern Warfare 2 and that's it. So I had Modern Warfare 2 for the year after it came out. So 2010 all the way to 2012 because that's when Black Ops 2 came out. And for like 2 years, I just became numb to a lot of slurs. Like I come home every day after school. What you do today, nigger? I was like, like that's just like, how did you know my race? Like,
My feelings? Question
like
mark?
you just grow numb to that type of shit. So like that's why I feel like I was kind of a coon in middle school. But yeah, we're getting off topic. It's just like I feel like we should teach. That sounds bad to say, but
Yeah, wait, slow down.
yeah, but I
Wait,
do
wait.
feel like
It
we
does
should.
take time for everybody to like get to that mature level.
No, but I'm
sorry,
saying I feel like we should
maturity level.
teach girls how to be initiators.
But wait. By we do not mean that men should teach women how to.
No,
No, I'm
no,
saying
no, no.
society as a whole.
Exactly, and that society shouldn't because with the amount of pressure that goes on in general in society, like for example, with slut shaming.
Is that it? Or are you just gonna end your sentence?
I
I thought there was more
was
after slut
expecting
shaming.
a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
nigga
thought you
said, for
guys
example,
had
slut
it.
shaming.
I thought you guys had it.
I thought, oh, this nigga's going somewhere, but
Yeah, I was
this.
just like, I was about to give you points, not gonna lie. That was gonna be a good segue. But on the before we get to slut shaming, right before that, it's just like, I feel like you gotta really like, we gotta show them how to be initiators. Because honestly, do you know how? Let's be honest, dog. Girls take initiation and compliments for granted. All right.
To some extent, yeah.
Not
I'd
to
say
some
so.
extent, bro. Do you remember the last compliment a female gave you?
Ooh, that's the one.
Yes.
You
Yes,
do.
I do.
I remember
Yes.
shit that was told to me randomly 7 months ago, and that still fuels my ego to this day. All right. I don't think you understand. Guys value compliments way more than girls, especially if like they're they're not proxied for, so they're not asked for. Like a girl
Facts.
telling
But
me
they
I
get so
smell
many of-
good, that was told that I remember that shit from September.
Fact.
A lot's
To
happened
be honest,
between
though, like it's a
September
different
and
level of
June.
appreciation.
Bro,
It is.
true. Like a lot of dudes are actually so starved for positive attention. Like that stuff's gonna stick to you, man.
Like positive attention from the opposite gender, because like you can like your homies
Yeah,
can
yeah.
tell you what's it called, like your homies can compliment you, you can be nice with the homies, but like just a random compliment from a female, like it doesn't even have to be romantic or like, you know, seeking anything, but like let's say a girl comes up to you and says, I saw you from all the way back there and I think you look really nice today.
It does help.
That would
That
make
would
my
be
year.
insane. That'd be
That's right out of a fairy tale, bro.
I know that's what
Exactly.
No,
but
bro.
I'm saying
Bro.
hypothetically, how long do you think you would remember that?
Like
all
hey,
your life, probably.
I feel like a good chunk. I feel like a good I
How-
remember that for the rest of high school, to be honest.
That's
Like
Nah,
all 4
but
years of
no,
high
I
school, I feel like I
think
remember.
I do see what you mean, because it's those things that help us to build like our self-esteem and confidence, so that we are able to do the cycle of going and asking girls out. You know, like it's a cycle, bro.
Yeah,
Like
'cause you're used to
if
just
there's
negative.
no like foundation for the cycle to start, no one's gonna go out to ask said girls if they
Exactly.
do not feel like they have the self-esteem or confidence to do so.
Because like that's
And-
how you. Because oh wait, no, Bemi, you were saying something.
Yeah, and trust me, when you get into the adult world, that the idea of men being the initiators, yeah, it still holds true, but it's not always the case. The older the age bracket, the more proactive women are.
Like I
in,
said, we're speaking in this
trying to find
podcast
partners.
from our point of view
Perspective
at this point of
of
our life.
high school. Yeah.
Yeah, perspective
this
of high
episode
schoolers. I want to have
actually-
all these conversations we've had now, like 4 years later, like when we're all in university.
Yo,
We should-
is this episode actually will not age well. Like
It's not, and that's okay.
No, I feel like most of the
That's
things that
all right.
We're 17-year-olds. Me 16, but like, Yeah.
18.
Yeah, you turned 18 like a week ago. Can you just be 17 for like a few seconds, nigga?
Yeah, bro. Can you, bro? We're trying to play the innocence card. Come
Flexing
on.
Fucking Asian majority. You still got them nudes on your phone, Asian majority? Yeah.
Boy,
Yeah.
I don't, bro. I don't.
All right.
Bro,
All right.
I don't-
Okay.
Samuel, don't incriminate yourself on.
Bro,
I don't have those news.
Nigga
Why
wants to
would
talk
I-
about being the Asian
Why?
majority. Where's that? Keep that same energy.
I don't. I don't have those news, bro.
Oh.
you grimy ass niggas. Why are you? I'm
Oh,
done.
I don't have them. What are you guys talking about?
No, I'm not talking about you.
But we're not gonna put all accountability on women. There's a reason why girls don't approach. It's because of slut shaming. All right. Guys
Okay.
are we are our own biggest cock blocks. All right. Think about it.
Quite true.
We want la vagine, but we shame la vagine when la vagine is used.
Shut up.
Okay, fine. we want the coochie, right?
Why does it sound like a
Pom-pom.
like a perfume brand?
I might actually that. I might
I wanna
actually.
spray some levage.
I want to smell some la vagine on my body. It's like, oh, what is that? What is that scent? It smells so good. Oh, it's la vagine.
Oh,
Bro, I'm a
my
millionaire. I'm a millionaire in the
God.
making.
Bro, by now, more girls will come to you later.
Off topic.
You
Off topic.
actually just made.
Off topic. All right. So, like I
I
said,
think after this conversation, we have more in common with Joe Biden than.
yo, chillax. That's not. That does
Bobby,
not.
please log off.
My
Please
God.
log off.
I almost dropped water all over my
Log
extension
off,
cable.
bro.
Fuck.
Oh my god! It
This is
smells
such a,
good.
this is such a
You've not-
bad
not
episode. Oh
you've
my
not seen
god.
You've not seen the.
Bro,
Okay.
that caused us an uproar.
That was a bad segue. That was worse than Samuel's. Okay.
Oh,
Aren't
wow.
we still talking
Yeah,
about
we're
slut
still
shaming
doing-
though?
Mm.
We're still talking about slut shaming though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe so.
So, like I said, like we cock block ourselves in the sense that you guys talk, not you, but I'm saying there are guys, right, that are like, oh, why won't girls talk to me? Or, you know, I like her, but she won't talk to me because, you know, she feels some type of way. But then the second like they see a girl, you know, busting it down, not like a bust down rolly, she's rolling on a nigga's dick.
Like Guardiana.
Yeah, she's busting down no Tatiana. And niggas are gonna be so she's a whore, she's a slut, and it's like, bro, you want girls, but the second girls start, you know, taking a few M&Ms from the candy bowl, you're gonna complain that they're taking too many M&Ms. But
What kind of metaphor is that?
it makes sense, dickhead. All right. So they're taking out of the M&Ms, but you're like, oh, they're taking too many. But then you complain when they don't take out of the M&Ms. You know what I mean?
Oh, but it's true. Yeah, okay, it's
Exactly.
true. It's
But as long as they take out of only your M&Ms, you're fine.
Ooh.
They're
It's a
fine.
double standard.
Yeah, it's a double
clear
standard.
double standard.
But there's a
But-
reason for that double standard, which I also talked to her about. Because she's like, why is a guy considered like a man, the stud, when he's, you know, sleeping with all these women? And why is a girl considered a slut if she does, right? And that ties back to what I said about guys being the initiators. It, like, be honest, niggas. Be honest. All right. It is
Okay.
harder to get a girl than it is. It is harder for a guy to get a girl than it is for a girl to get a guy.
I'd say so. Yeah. Honestly, I would genuinely say so.
I feel
Yes,
like
and I
David wants
know
to play
we are
devil's
not
advocate.
like all of us are not ignoring the girls that do struggle to be in a relationship in this day and age. What we are not ignoring you. We are just saying that you are the minority, not the majority.
Yeah, we're
in this
speaking
situation.
off our own experiences, guys. Like I said, take everything we say take everything we say with a grain of salt. We are high schoolers at the end of the day.
There's
Yeah.
got to be so many disclaimers in this video. We just got
But
to.
honestly,
I'm just trying not to be
Trigger
canceled, bro.
warning.
We just
No,
started.
because you're right. Like, I'm not judging y'all. I'm just saying, because it's true. Same with me.
no, but at the end of the day, like I feel as if that we do have this opinion because of girls in media, you know, and like how like we see it like with TikTok and with how they express themselves about like getting so many guys or like, oh, my DMs are so nasty, so many guys text me and everything.
No, but I feel like
'Cause
yeah,
that's
you're
what's
right.
being
It's come
portrayed.
to a point where like it's not even like media that sexualizes girls. Like, of course they still do, and I don't think they'll ever stop. But it's come to a point where like girls also recognize the value of sexualizing themselves, which is why you see so many Instagram influencers.
Quote unquote.
What the fuck are you influencing? Let's be honest. All right, if the Instagram influencer, aka the girl who's posting booty pics and adding Fashion Nova in her captions, if she tells you to buy a T-shirt, are you buying that T-shirt?
Well, hell no.
Now, if Elon Musk tells you to buy a T-shirt, are you buying that T-shirt?
Yeah, bro.
No, nigga, I'll be honest.
More
no,
likely.
No.
More likely.
No.
That's you, Samuel. But more likely, I'm buying the T-shirt from Elon Musk because, let's be honest, we consume the entertainment. All right, we consume the quote unquote entertainment from either of them for different reasons. They provide different things. So, in the hierarchy, because this sounds fucked up, but in the hierarchy of entertainment, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't care. In the hierarchy of entertainment,
about levels and hierarchies.
Shut up. All right. You gotta let me be canceled. All right. In the hierarchy of entertainment.
Oh wait, bro, you represent us. If you're canceled, we're all canceled, man.
Like I said, in the hierarchy of entertainment, all right.
Cancelled by association.
Politicians will always have more power than porn stars. It's just a fact. All right.
Yo.
Because we see the profession, but a lot of society sees the profession of selling the body or demonstrating your body as degrading. Granted, sex work is real work. I'm an advocate for that. It's just
I fully agree with what you're saying though, Key. And it's definitely shown, especially like how if you see like someone that's in sex work or has an OnlyFans and they try to have an opinion about a serious topic.
The comments, bro. Shut up and shake a booty.
Be gone.
It's just the comments are ruthless, bro. It's like did the fleshlight say something? Like niggas are rude. I'm on Twitter, bro. No, this is not what I've said. All right, I just want to preface that this is shit I've seen on Twitter, right? And it's like niggas are rude, bro.
This was a mistake. Oh,
God damn.
Oh,
I don't indulge in any of this. I don't slut shame, all right? Because I'm horny, my nigga. I don't. What's it called? I believe sex work is real. I believe sex work is real work. And what's it called? I don't share nudes. That's weird. All right. I do send. Back to the story of sending nudes, though. I'm joking. Speaking of nudes, though, like in all actuality, I feel like the concept of sending nudes back and forth is weird, or like it's harder for guys.
Oh, it's a deadly game. It's a deadly game.
I'm saying it's harder for guys because we have less to demonstrate, if you know what I mean, right?
Exactly. There's not much.
You never know that like, one time that you send it to the girl that you just met. And the next
it's the one item. Take it or leave it.
Everyone's laughing. Next thing you know, a group chat is having an opinion about your penis. The next thing you know.
Oh, wow. And he just straight up said it. Okay, Sam. Way to take all the innuendo.
No, but he's 100% right.
No, it makes sense. But like, Bami will also talk because what's it called? We have less to showcase. We have one item of interest. They have 3. All right, and you gotta get creative, my nigga. So
I'll say
different filters, angles. What do you want about?
You can. Oh, some girls can have 5. Like, have you ever heard of the third nipple, my guy? Come on,
nigga. What?
I don't want to answer this conversation on a podcast, man.
What kind of biological horror are you describing to me?
I'm not following.
I am yet to find such a specimen in my laboratory. I would like to contain it for study.
For research purposes. Like I remember, like I was taking. Fuck, I'm gonna just say it. I was trying to take some artistic ass nudes, right? So let me tell you what I did. Cause like Shorty is sending me everything, and I'm like, what do I send of equivalent value? So what I did was I dimmed the lights, right? And then man like me had the face light because I have a mirror because I do skincare because I like my skin. So I take the mirror, right, and basically I pointed my camera.
There's nothing hotter than a man who cares about his skin.
So I pointed the camera at the ceiling, right, and like I put the mirror, like the light at the bottom, so like all you see is like a silhouette, and I took a rose, right, or like the
Bro,
fake
my
rose.
man has a whole process for his
Man,
penny.
oh
I
my
like
God.
it's a fake rose, and I take a fake rose
Nigga
and I
doing
put
a
that by the
photo
light too.
shoot.
So basically, you just see a silhouette of my dick in a rose, and I'm like, I'm really proud of that photo. I'm not gonna lie to you, but this is really not going anywhere. But
Isn't your dick a silhouette anyway?
yeah,
The point
that's
is, yeah.
the point is, it's hard to take nudes. It's hard to take photos. All right, as guys, girls know how to take photos. Guys, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
No, we don't.
No, bro.
We don't like
Look, man, simple people, okay? It's like if you want to start something, that's the beginning and end. But now you have to play chess, not checkers.
exactly. But we
Guys,
also it's because
Guys,
girls.
what we do is we point and we shoot.
Yeah, girls
In
understand
every
lighting.
aspect of our life, especially in this, we just point and we shoot, and it's the same with same with camera.
No, but wait, guys. We can't deny the negative
Yo, no,
aspects of sending nudes.
you're not segueing.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that we can't deny the negative aspects of news, though. I'm not saying
Someone's like a hyperlink on the internet that takes you to an
Bro, I'm
article
sorry.
that has
Every time
no.
Samuel speaks, every time he says
Relax.
we can't deny, I'm like, this nigga's gonna segue into another point, fucking horrifically.
bro.
He's
Bro.
trying.
But yeah,
I'm
there are
talking
downsides.
about nudes.
There are downsides to nudes. I do.
Yes.
Sam will be like, I know how like there are biological differences between male and female and stuff, but then like, did you really understand Bill Nye when he was talking about
Wait,
the
what?
the fundamental rules of physics?
I've never done
That's-
anything like that. What are you talking about?
That's essentially Samuel segues in the
What are you
nutshell.
talking about? What are you talking about?
Nah. Hey, show some respect, bro. This is out of hand.
Back to nudes.
I can't. I feel like with the philosophy you have to have with nudes is you have to be proud to serve it and proud to own it if it ever gets leaked.
Probably.
So like that's why you always make the conscious decision that whatever you're sending is gonna get leaked. All right, and this is a message for all the female listeners. Don't be fucking stupid. All right, guys, they don't care about you. Me personally, I would. All right, because
Amen.
I find it disgusting. All right, like how is that your first instinct to like see nudes and then just go to your group chat? Why is that
Bro,
your first?
same.
You need Jesus. You
Like,
need
what the?
therapy. You're fucked.
For the boys.
Not even that's just that's for you.
Bro,
That's like
what is that?
enjoy that shit yourself. Consume the entertainment, and because
Nigga said
think
entertain-
about
oh
it.
my
You fuck up your supply chain when you do that. All right, like this is me playing devil's advocate. All right, this outside of it being morally wrong, it is morally wrong. I think it's morally wrong.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Ethically,
betrayal
it's-
of trust.
Ethically, it's wrong too because you're messing up the business. Because think about it, you risk
Whoa,
your
whoa,
flow.
Whoa, whoa.
No, this is me
Whoa.
just saying. This is me looking from it as a purely transactional thing. Because think about it.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Because think about it. You have a consistent transaction, right? You have a consistent flow of interchanging messages that you've built up a trust with this business partner. So
Bro,
why?
why do your DM sound like a cash cow? What's going on here?
That's what I'm saying. Shut up. All right.
You
So
can't be starting insider trading.
Ex-
You can't be doing that.
exactly. So like you got this constant flow back and forth. You get good product on demand, right? But instead, you want to jeopardize consistent flow of work for
work.
nothing at the end of the day. For what? A couple, whoa, you're the man. Like, no.
Bro.
You want to
So it's
fucking,
confirmed that you're a
like, do you want to get jerked off by your best friends? Like, I don't get it. Like, just shut up. We don't
Maybe
care.
the satisfaction from the boys is more relieving than the satisfaction of the
But
message.
nigga, you just got what kind
No,
of?
no, I'm not saying that personally. I'm just like
I know,
I'm trying to,
but it's like
Like I said,
I
this is
would
none of
never
our personal views. We are just playing devil's advocate.
Amen. Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
I
I'm
feel
not
like I
with
have
the
to
rest
say
of
that
you
every
niggas.
10 minutes. So that
Devil
way-
has too many lawyers right now. We need to cut it down.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just being real. Y'all
Like-
niggas is grimy. I
Yeah,
keep
niggas
saying
are
it.
grimy.
No,
And
no, Dave.
specifically
Dave.
niggas. I'm
Dave.
talking black people. Not even like you. At this point, if you do this, you're not a black person to me. You're a coon. All right, you're a nigga. All right?
Whoa,
if you degrade black women, you are a fucking coon, all right? You disgust me. If you say you don't like dark skins solely for the purpose they are dark, block me on all socials, because you are a piece of shit human being, in my opinion. Because they have our back. They have done so much from us. How can you hate where you came from? I love my dark-skinned women. I love my brown-skinned women. I love my light-skinned women. I love them all equally. And the
Bro,
degenerates.
you're taking me back to a Boondocks
No,
episode.
but the degenerates that want to
Nigga
say ew, dark-skinned women, you disappoint not only me, you disappoint your future daughters, your ancestors, your mothers, your siblings that are female.
Ooh, nigga hit them in the
You
ancestors.
disgust us.
Bro, those are literally the kind of guys that will be putting bleaching cream in their shampoo. Low-key.
Oh no.
What do you gain from like hating on black women? Like I check my friends because my friends do this and it gets on my fucking nerves and they know it does. What do you gain from, degrading black women?
A
Like,
sense
why
of
do you do it?
superiority, in their opinion?
Because it comes to a point where you realize this is way more than just a preference, right? I feel like race is not a preference when it comes to the dating. I feel like you are taught what races to like and not like.
Facts.
I feel like it can so happen to be that the people you don't like are of a race, but it's not like you don't like them because of their race. It just so happens that you don't like the people and they also happen to be of the race. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But like if their race is the sole reason you don't like them, that's racist.
Yeah,
That's racist.
definitely.
So
Clearly
I
racist.
ask you, if you don't like someone because of how dark their skin is, when their natural hair can be fine, when their skin is great, when they have plump, beautiful African descending lips, and their assets are nice, but because their skin is too dark, you tell yourself that you can't like them. Where does that stem from? I ask you. Why don't you
That
like them?
definitely doesn't stem from an evolutionary point of view because you're not evolved to look for that kind of thing. You're evolved to look for the curves, for the plumpness, to see a fertile woman as you have those feminine features that stand
Exactly.
out, and that is evenly distributed among all quote unquote races. So it's
Thank you,
not
A1 scientist.
So if she has, if she like the scientist himself said, if she has the wide curves, the beautiful body, the beautiful face structure, she's intelligent and she supports you. But because she's a dark skin, you are ashamed to call yourself her man. Why? Why do you do that? Where does that come from? For what reason?
In all honesty, I do think that it really just depends on your environment and how those people have. Because if we're going to be entirely honest, racism in general is either caused by it is taught from a family perspective.
Yeah.
They have been done dirty by a certain race, so they think now that whole race will act like that certain person that did them dirty.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm a little guilty of that sometimes.
Or just the environment in general, so it's not necessarily this like mystic reason of like, oh yeah, they don't like black women.
Like I'm a perfect
It's just
example.
a reason that's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm a perfect
Like,
example of
it's not
racism being
dope.
taught. Because for like a long time, I really did not like Indian girls or just Indians in general. Before it was Indians in general, right?
Oh my
But
god.
what's it called? I don't know. I grew up where like I remember one time I was younger, right? And I threatened my mom. I was like, "Mom," because whenever we'd get mad at each other, I'll be like, "Mom, if you continue like getting on my nerves or some shit, I'll marry an Indian woman and like that'll just stop it."
Yo,
Jesus,
yo.
me.
No,
Honestly,
but at the time, I didn't understand how fucked up that was. But like, I've grown, like I've educated myself, and I'm like in a better place now. But like that's
it's a thing with Nigerians though.
yeah,
Props
like
to you.
that's why I
genuinely
feel like
is.
it's perfect. That's the perfect example of like racism is, it is taught, not it is learned. It is taught. It's not inherent, right? No one's born racist, like they say.
But it definitely can be internalized.
But I feel like it's because like it is a very long history of like they glorify Eurocentric features, Eurocentrism or whatever you call it. Because think about it, from the slave times, you are shown that Jesus is white, right? Even though,
Yeah.
let's be honest, he's not white. I'm not gonna say Jesus was black, but I will say he's Middle
Israeli.
Eastern.
He's Israeli.
Yeah, he's Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you.
Like
Bro,
he-
Jesus looks more like the people that the U.S. is bombing
yes,
than
then
the U.S.
the U.S. itself. Like I don't.
Mm,
Jesus wasn't fucking
Sammy,
Scottish.
rephrase the
Like he wasn't a
statement, please.
ginger.
The U.S. bomb a lot of people. Rephrase the statement. Okay.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
low
Fair
key,
point.
it's not even.
yeah, but like back to my point where I was just like, from like slave times, you're seeing that you're showed that Jesus is white. You are basically oppressed by white people all through slavery, and you look up to them as you literally call them master, right? You look up to them and you essentially glorify their position, the position they have over you. And during segregation, you're always taught that like separate but not equal at that point, right?
Yeah.
But they wanted equality. So like all throughout history, you're essentially glorifying the white man or woman. So that's why people, what's it called? They sexualize the white skin, the white features. Why do you think a lot of black women, bleach their skin? A lot of black women get weave to straighten their hair, right? Because as a society, all right, as people, we glorify those Eurocentric features.
No, but bro, like, how would you say that we should move
That's interesting.
forward with this prominent issue, or like, what kind of solution would you
Love nappy
suggest? 'Cause
hair.
in my opinion, I feel like it's internalized thing
It is,
for most of them.
but then again, you have to understand that you can beat out ignorance with education. You have to like
Fizz,
you have to
Ve-
because like
very factual.
usually there are two type of ignorant people. There are ignorant people who are like I've already said in the last episode. There are Negros, then there are coons. Coons knowingly are ignorant. Negros are ignorant because they don't know any better. You can educate a Negro, you can't educate a coon. So
Good point.
when you ask, because like usually it's quite easy, because I'll be talking with someone, right, and they'll be like, oh, I don't like black people because they always act like this. And I'm like, act like what? And it's like they act this and this. And I'll be like, okay, well, if I were to tell you the reason that this and this happens because of all these different reasons throughout history, so you can understand it is a how do I say it? It is a product of circumstance, not a product of being, right?
Yep.
Would you then then they start to empathize, right? Because they understand that a lot of the reasons that it's because of their surroundings, and they didn't make their surroundings. Their surroundings became attached to them because of slavery, segregation, redlining. For those who don't know what redlining is, basically like banks fucking over black people in one sentence. And it's just like denying loans, like just credit overall, and over policing the areas, as well as harsher sentences. So then when you have less opportunities and avenues, you tend to resort to more violent means to make ends meet. So that's the reason they act or things happen the way they do. So then I asked you, do you hate the black man, or do you hate the black man's circumstances?
Very fair point. Very fair point. Because at the end of the day, I would say most people are a product of the environment.
We all are. It's a
Not
fact.
everybody.
No,
Not
it's a
everybody,
fact, though.
but most people.
No,
No,
it's fact.
no, in
Everyone
all
has
Everyone-
That's
ever.
literally no. It's fact. That's you are a product of. It's even said. It's said in the Bible. It's proven by science, because the Bible says, "Show me who you hang around, and I will tell you who you are," or "Show me the company you keep, I will tell you
I
who you
love that.
are."
I love that translation. And then
No,
NNV, new nigga version.
God damn it.
but like
God.
Bammy the scientist. I know you can attest to that, right?
Yeah, everyone is.
Quality opinion.
Everyone is inherit. What's the word? Down.
Inherently.
No, everyone is molded by their circumstances in which they're born, all that stuff, environment, nature versus nurture.
Mm-hmm.
They both
Yeah.
have they both have significant parts in your development, but
But
more
there are
often
definitely
than not,
outliers.
the environment you grew up in
Oh shit.
will affect who you turn out to be.
Yeah.
You
And
can't-
it's just like, back to me. Like, I'm trying not to be angry, because I'm just like, you have to understand that black women, to be a black woman, you are the most disenfranchised being on this planet. And when you have to circumvent all the problems of being black, on top of all the problems of being a woman, now you combine the two and you realize that not even your own community accepts you. You have to understand how they feel. Cuz I don't think there was never really a point where the black man wasn't sexualized, right? Cuz the fucking stereotype of black men and huge dicks and like
Meningo.
the what's it called, the primal urges of the black man, or like the savagery, right? And that was sexualized to some degree. However,
When you go
savage,
black, you never go back, kind of stuff.
yeah, but and yeah, exactly. And then when you combine sexism, and like the black being fuck, when you combine sexism and just blackness overall, when you slide the savagery over to the female side, because throughout history, women were seen as more docile. They're nurturers, they're providers, right? I mean, not providers, but they're what's it called? What's the other one? It's not providers. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Being
Predators?
kind, remember?
No.
They're the nurturers. Yeah, like they're just they're the nurturers, right? And then when you put that over on the woman's side and say that they're savages, they're not. They can't be sexualized because universally, savagery was not accepted on the woman's side, right? So then back to my original point. I ask you, why do you hate the black woman? Why don't you love the black woman as because she, at the end of the day, she is your sister, all right? And you will undergo the same circumstances, and her, if not the same, more than you, because she's also a woman. And when she comes to our aid, I love my mom. Everyone knows that. So when she comes to our aid, when she is the support to us, right? When she is our backing, right? Why won't you back her?
No one's gonna come out here and say that I ain't gonna back their mom. It's always funny how when people who typically don't just think that highly of women go off about sluts as about women being trash and everything. And the moment someone says shit about their mom, you've gone too far.
I feel like
You've stepped on someone's toes.
no, but I feel like high schoolers forget, like, because we're high schoolers. But people right now, we don't understand that in the future, that's going to be someone's mother, right? Whether you like it or not, whether you marry her or not, that is going to be someone's mother, right? And you're disrespecting someone else's mother because of the color of her skin. Why do you feel proud of that? So you can get a couple laughs out of your friends? I'm a toxic ass nigga. I'm a rude person. But the one thing you can ask anyone around me, the one thing I do not do though, is discredit black women. I will discredit a woman. I'm a dickhead. I really am.
Oh.
I'm still working on it though.
God damn it, man.
I'm an asshole. But the one thing I will not do, I will not discredit a black woman because she's black.
If they have like other issues that like
if your teeth are fucked up, I don't care. Like, I'm coming for your head. Like, don't. But then again, I don't usually do it unprovoked. I'm not gonna come disrespecting your teeth for no reason, right? Maybe depends the day. Let's be honest here.
If you're out, wait. But at the end of the day, like in general, it should not be based on the racial standpoint. It should be based on that character.
No, but then No, I understand that. You should, like, you can love whoever you want to love, but you have to understand that, like, I feel like some people can find their soulmate, but they've automatically, subtracted a whole race because of their race. It's not a question of personality, right? It is the fact that before they even get a chance, you are already saying, no, I will not date you or I will not talk to you or even entertain you because of the color of your skin. That's the problem we have. Not the fact that, what's it called? Oh, they're choosing, looks over personality. It's the fact that you won't even give that person a chance because of their race.
Which is a problem.
And that's what I want to address.
Yeah, that's kind of putting it lightly, Sam.
Well, no, like I'm not putting it lightly by saying it is a problem at all.
It's just saying it's an understatement. This is much more. It's like a very big problem.
I feel like
I'm just,
like I said, the most we can do is educate people, all right?
Exactly.
I don't know what to. I had an. I thought of something before moving forward. But moving forward, it's like, yo, you niggas add something on because I'm really trying to think of what to say moving forward. 'Cause I forgot my train of thought. Add what
No,
y'all
but
wanna
like
say.
no, I do see what you mean though. It is kind of hard to think of a solid solution that would actually work in today's society about moving forward with these issues. And I feel like it's more like as simple as treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, like
Yeah.
it does get to that point where you're like, yo, how would you feel if your sister or if your mom was being treated like that for the way that they look? And at the end of the day, some races will never be able to know what that feels like or what that experience is. But
Like, I
we
don't
have
even
to
care about
have
the
the
other races saying that they won't date black women. All right, let's focus on our own issues before we start saying other races accept them. My problem is with our own race. All right, it's one thing for like
no,
white
what I'm
people and
saying. Like,
Latin
it's the
people to be
same
like,
principle.
yeah, no, I know, but it's like it's one thing for white people and Latin people to be like, oh, we don't like dark skinned women, all right, or we don't like black women in general. That's one thing. But to have dark skinned men, and you know, light skinned, dark skinned, brown skinned men say that they won't even date their own people, that's where I have a problem. Before we even get to like outside our race, we have to deal with what the fuck is going on inside our race, because it's like
No, but that's colorism at the end of the day.
it is
That's just
color.
a
It is
colorism.
colorism, word for word, bar for bar, word for word, paragraph for paragraph. It's colorism. And it's ignorant. You're a coon. Want to know what really gets on my nerves? The coon shit called White Girl Wednesday.
I'm
What?
sorry.
Oh,
Educate
you
us.
niggas ain't
That's the
American.
thing?
That's why.
Wait. Do you mean like WCWs and like MCMs?
Yeah, it wasn't Woman Crush Wednesday. They call it white. They call it WGW here. They do White Girl Wednesday. They don't do Woman
Yo,
Crush
nah,
Wednesday.
nah,
The heck?
not
What
in
in
my
the?
end.
In my area, they do White Girl Wednesday. I'm like, what the fuck is White Girl? Find me posting a white bitch on my story on a Wednesday afternoon. First, oh my chest. Fuck. But back to what I was saying. I don't even like white girls like that.
I seem to remember a time, young Katon.
What, bro, that was like 3 years ago. I don't get you. I don't think I've ever talked to a white girl romantically, past like in high school. Ever since I started high school,
Okay.
like straight up, I've talked to
I've
Latin
never
girls.
talked to a Polynesian girl romantically, but that's probably just because I haven't had the opportunity.
If I'll be entirely honest, yeah, I'd say the same thing. No, but then again, though, I just got to a place where I would be able to meet more of said race.
I mean,
Like
I
back in
want to be the same, but low key, yeah, I'm kind of a slut. I won't lie.
wait,
Wait,
Huh?
Dave,
no, 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 no. Okay,
My
are
I
you
answered that.
out here?
I'm joking.
doing-
Wait,
My
wait,
man
I'm
be
joking. I'm
keeping
joking.
the-
Wait,
You
I
have been
started
calling
wrong.
us grimy niggas this whole podcast. And you are out
Wait,
Let him
Nigga,
let him
you're
explain
out
himself.
here.
Young
Nigga,
man,
wait.
young
Nigga,
man,
it was a joke. Nigga, it
young
was a
man.
joke. It was
Explain
a joke.
yourself.
It was a
Explain
joke.
yourself.
God
This
damn.
is why
Explain
we see you like
yourself.
27. This is
Stop
why.
bull-
Explain
Stop
yourself.
bullying me, nigga.
Explain
Shut up.
yourself.
Look, no, bro. Look, okay, that was.
Oh, you're out here calling yourself the chocolate train.
That-
So they can ride you.
Wait, what?
Nigga, okay, just let him explain.
Okay, no. Okay, look, okay, that was a very poorly received joke. Let me explain myself.
Just let him explain.
Because I don't know. Because look, in my personal circumstance, right? All right, I'm in a pretty quiet town, okay,
Of Scottish
up north,
niggas and
and like
gingers.
in international school. All right.
Okay.
Now, as long as I can remember, there have only ever been like quite literally a handful of black people ever in my class. Like literally count them on one hand.
You're an
So-
exception because you live in Scotland.
Okay, true. That's fair. International school we go to, like people always coming in and out the door, like all races, all that. But still, it's like within my particular exception, it's odd. So then, yeah, I mean, for the longest time, it's literally just been me and these two other black girls in my grade. The rest of them are, yeah, basically just the rest of them are white. And honestly, it's not even that I don't like them because obviously I've had my own interactions with the both of them. But at the end of the day, we've known each other so long; they're basically my sisters. And it's like at that point, it's like okay, you just stand to protect them. So me, I don't know. I can't personally relate on that note, but I do understand where you're coming from.
Is
Look,
yeah, man. I guess Dave is out here with all these white women.
Whoa,
No, you have
hey
to give him the
now.
pass. He lives in Scotland, bro. Do you know the demographics of Scotland?
Hey, no, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. So, Dave,
Yeah,
like, are you out here spreading white cheeks, my guy?
bruh, look,
Is that what you do?
look, when vanilla is the only thing on the menu, okay, like,
Are you are you just not gonna go to the ice cream shop?
are you gonna starve? Like, bro, don't be silly, bro.
Ice cream.
Like, don't be picky, bro. Just finish the plate. What's wrong with you?
My guy eats ice cream on a plate now.
Oh, shut
Bro,
up.
my homeboy.
David,
Yo, shout out to
cancel
my
the
nigga Nathaniel. But this nigga ate cereal. I called him on FaceTime. This nigga was eating cereal on a flat plate. Like like a plate that you would eat rice on or like spaghetti on. This nigga was eating cereal on a flat fucking plate, bro. And I was like,
At least it was one of those plates that curve up at the end.
yeah, they barely curve up at the end, but it's like that's all plates, bro. That's like
Yo, everybody in the comments, spam Dave is canceled. To
Nah,
spam it.
bro, why? Leave me alone. I told you why.
Yo,
Bruh.
you know,
We're
at
getting
one
off
point in
topic. We're
time,
getting
like
off
that will
topic.
actually happen.
We're
It'll
getting
be
off
crazy.
topic.
David, can we just acknowledge the fact that David literally objectified women
What?
by telling them
No, no, Bobby.
It was an analogy, yeah. It was an
we
analogy.
can't allow
Bro. You guys know you can't do me like this.
women
actually done it to him. He's
more
actually
than just confectionery treats, my
Bro,
friend.
you can't, Bobby. You cannot do that.
He's actually canceled now. Like,
Bro. Oh no, this is a conspiracy. Y'all, all three of you niggas are in on this.
no,
They
no, no.
always out to get you, huh?
I said enjoy your white woman.
Bro.
Dude,
Bro, no, that nah.
Some will be
are
out here with
something
that sleeping with the enemy mentality.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I
That's
said
how you
enjoy your white
sound.
woman. What is he? No, how?
What
How?
is this?
Give me one example.
What is this?
What was that laugh?
What is going on?
We're getting
like
off topic.
Free for all.
Yes, we
No
are.
kidding.
Alright, well, this is for another
Um,
episode. Like, let me close out this episode, right?
But
Mm.
So, back on the topic of black women, what do we do moving forward?
Honestly,
I think I kind of answered the
I
question.
think you. Oh,
Dave,
okay.
go on.
We could just
But-
go gay.
Oh wow. Okay.
I said, but Dave, go on.
Bommy, get back in that closet.
But yeah,
Okay, give me a second.
yeah, Dave.
Hold
Dave,
on.
like you were saying.
All right, but yeah, I think you were onto something key because at the end of the day, I really do think it's about education, but also it's more. Wait, what am I on? Okay, fine, but I think first and foremost, there's a lot of dirty laundry that needs to be aired out. Like first, like you need to say, okay, so obviously there's a lot of these like prejudices in place. First of all, get it off. Why is it that you think that all right, let's get it all out in the open. Let's see what to address, what to identify. And then also, yeah, it really is like reframe attitude and thinking that, hey, obviously it is not a crime to be dark skinned. Y'all just gotta love them like any other woman. It's gotta be consistent, just so basically, yeah, what I'm trying to say is first get down to the root of the issue. Everybody lay out what it is, on the table. Then we can start like addressing it forward, as a community.
It is.
Yeah,
That was pretty solid.
That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. Granted, there's no annual black nigga meetup, but it does take effort from.
Oh, that's
us.
called Kwanzaa. What are you talking about?
But like I said, it's going to take a lot of effort from those who think like us, because every time we meet someone who thinks that way, we're going to have to go through all that process. We're gonna have to take it from the beginning, where we ask them why they think that way, pick apart why they think that way, and tell them, that's not a ethical way of thinking. We educate them, and we hopefully persuade their way of thought so that they don't continue in those behaviors.
No, but at the
Because
end of the day, though, like with the amount of good information that is out there, yes, the internet has a bunch of information that contradicts like what we say. However, at the end of the day, there are so many sources that are correct that are saying what we are saying as well, so that people aren't going to take the time to look at them and to decide not to be ignorant. So I think that, in all honesty, talk to the people that want to change. Like don't waste your time.
if someone does not want to listen, they're not gonna want to listen. Right?
Simple.
So that doesn't that as long as you tried, and that's okay. But move on to those who are willing to be educated, because at the end of the day, ideologies die off. Because if you look throughout history, we've moved from the right side to the left side over time, and you have to understand, Nazism was a very big thing that died off. Sexism still going on, but that was way more prevalent before. Racism still going on, but was way more prevalent before. But you have to understand, as time goes on, that those things will die off. And I hope that we live a life where our kids and our kids' kids will not have to undergo the same things that we underwent. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, any other closing messages, boys?
No, I'll save that for a different podcast. But yeah, I would say, like I said earlier in the podcast, treat people the way you want to be treated, and we all, as a society, need to grow our emotional intelligence to other people, and realize that people are people. That's the point. Especially that, like, women, they have the same. They most of them have the same insecurities. Like, we can't be out here being like, oh, I'll treat for example, like, oh yeah, I'll treat white women differently, and then I'll treat black women the same as I would me. Like, it's a bit.
Yeah, you
If
don't
that
put
makes
anyone
any
on a
sense.
pedestal. All right, we're all
Yeah.
pieces of shit at the end of the day.
Like, yeah, you can have your preferences. Don't get me wrong, but it shouldn't be based on race.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
Uh,
Next.
David, any closing thoughts? David, any closing thoughts?
I thought I already did my closing thoughts.
All right. Well, I just wanted to see if you wanted to add anything. Bami?
nah, I think everyone else pretty much summed everything.
All right.
Just don't be dumb.
Granted, this episode was a little more casual because I did feel like we should have taken. Last episode was some heavy hitting stuff, so I did wanted to take a more lighthearted approach. This is episode 3 of the 419ers. We are currently trying to get our podcast on all platforms, and we do hope not only did you laugh, you also took something important away, and hopefully feel the need to make the world a better place. Hope you have the rest of a good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on whatever time you're listening to this. And tell your friends, family, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and just enjoy yourself overall. Remember, stay woke, don't go broke.
Amen.